Yo, what's up, everybody? Brooks and Blaine, as usual. 12th, yeah, oh, I'm struggling. Abrazo Football Podcast. And did we record last week, Brooke?
No, somebody was out. Down bad, bad, bad. Sent me a
Okay,
text.
okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, well, that would have been right after. Yo, so I got the wisdom teeth pulled out. You can't really tell, but
No, you're
yeah,
looking good.
we would have missed. Did we upload last week though?
No,
The last week was a
I think we all
blur.
took a week off.
Didn't we did I thought we shot one in advance though. Maybe
I don't, unless, no.
did we not? Okay. Dang. All right, well, enough of that. Let's get straight into it. It was a busy week from what I remember. I remember one of the first stories that we saw was the Deli Alley went on the podcast with the guy, the bloke from
Yeah.
Manchester United, cleared the air, kind of set the record straight on, why he is the way he is, what the trauma, the drama, the abuse that he has been through. Brooks, I just want to get your reaction to the Deli Alley situation. Both the interview. I take it you watched the interview.
Hmm.
And then, what do you think? Is he going to, now that he's been through rehab, is he going to, you know, perform? Is he going to get back to, the old Deli Alley from 2015? So give me your thoughts.
I mean, I really hope that he does. I really hope that he will, but I kind of just, I don't know. That's like 8 almost years ago. So, I just feel for him. He's been through a lot. Not only that, what he talked about on the podcast, but also like, it's not easy to come back from being the man at a big London club. I'll say a big London club because, even though we have our
Yeah,
personal feelings about it,
yeah,
but, and then, getting shipped off to Everton and then getting shipped off to, was he in Turkey? I forget even
yeah.
where
He's
he's
big. Yeah,
playing.
yeah. He's in Turkey.
So do I think he can turn it around and kind of like be a good again? Yeah. I just don't think we're gonna replicate that form that he had in his like prime. I think his prime has already come and gone for him. But I think the most important thing is that he, gets healthy mentally and that he can get back to like his prime mentally. So it looks like he's on the right path. So really happy that he is and that he came out and talked about this because it's not easy to talk about to a professional, much less like the whole entire footballing world where
Yeah,
you're criticized for literally everything.
yeah. I'm actually surprised. I thought for sure that there would be like more headlines like kind of slamming him, like, oh yeah,
I
like,
did too.
like drugged up Delhi, or washed up reject, British reject admits he was a complete
Yeah.
tweaker. But British media has actually been compassionate, and the football media is all like, everyone, like footballers, we're like, they're always supportive in situations like this. It's
Yeah.
like the journalists that I thought would kind of come with crazy like takes, but everyone's been very supportive of yeah, Mr. Deli Alley.
Yeah.
Milton
Love to see it.
King, was it Milton King Dons is where he came from?
Yeah.
MK
Yeah.
Dons, MK Donnie.
Yeah.
All right, well, okay, so let's move on. I wanted your take on something else, Brooks. So I was on Instagram. So I feel like I'm talking a little bit crazy right now, so people forgive me. But I was on Instagram earlier this week, and I saw a post, and it showed your favorite player in the world, Lionel Messi. Okay,
Okay.
from Inter Miami. Inter Miami
From yeah, the
reject.
Inter Miami star Lionel Messi.
Yeah. Um, they said he only follows 4 football clubs. Brooks, do you know what 4 football clubs Lionel Messi follows?
Yeah.
Go on then.
City,
Uh huh.
obviously Barcelona.
Obviously.
His boyhood club, Newell's Old Boys, down in Argentina, Rosario.
NOB.
And your club, Chelsea. I was so hurt when I saw that. I was like refreshing. I was
Yeah.
like going into his account to make sure that that is the other the club that it was. I was hurt. It's
Yo.
because they're blue, but
Yo. That's crazy. Well, why? Like, why? Like,
why?
I know, like mid, like 2010s, like Barcelona and Chelsea had European drama, which seemed like for ongoing seasons, but we haven't
Yeah.
And I know like there was a point in time where there were like small rumors that Messi might have come to Chelsea, but no one, like everyone's always rumored to go to Chelsea because we're rich, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but why? Why?
The only thing I can think of is maybe he's really close to Enzo, and wants to like the Enzo picks, but also Cesc is like his best friend, one of his best friends.
That's true.
Um,
Mr. Fabregas.
but Fabregas will always be associated, for good or for bad, with Arsenal.
Well, that's the but at the same time, didn't he basically protest to leave Arsenal when he went back to Barcelona? Like he like did.
No, so
I thought he like
he
basically said, "I'm never gonna go back to Arsenal if you don't sell me right now." Or am I
no, I
mischaracterizing
mean
what happened?
from what no, that's more of an RVP thing. But I from how I understood it, he was super respectful in the situation. Like he obviously been there since he was a young kid. Like I think it was like 12 or 14.
Yeah.
He made his first team at like 16, but um, all of the Barcelona guys wanted him there because
Oh
at that
yeah.
time it was everyone he grew up with.
Oh yeah.
One of the Champions League final or not final, one of the Champions League games against Barcelona where they lost to Barcelona, they put a shirt on him, a Barca
I
jersey on
know.
him, and he was
I
like,
know.
he's like taking
I
it. He's like,
I
no,
know.
no, no,
It
like
was the
take this
most
off.
disrespectful thing I remember seeing. I was like, dang. I was like, that's
Yeah,
nuts. That
yeah.
was
But I mean, if you
nuts.
remember the video, he was not the one. Like he was like trying to stay away
Well,
from it.
yeah. But
And I feel like it was almost like a Thierry Henry thing, where it was like, all right, like I've done a lot for this club. We're not looking like we're going the right direction. I'm going to essentially, obviously, Terry didn't go home, but he's done everything for the club. He really go wherever he wanted to go. But Facess wanted to go home, and Arsene Wenger was like, okay, fine, you want to go home, you want to go home. Like, that's totally fine. Even Arsenal kept up his banner until like 2 years ago. It was still flying high and on the way to the Emirates. And then Arsenal were offered him first. He said, I want to go to Arsenal when Barcelona was selling him.
yeah.
And he said, I think that Arsenal had the first choice anyway, plus Barcelona, or he said he only wanted Arsenal, but he wanted to get back to England. And the one-worded and two-worded answer that Arsene Wenger said, this is why we don't need him, was Mesut Ozil. so,
Dang.
so
Dang.
you guys got, one of the best to do it because we had one that I think could have been the best to do it, but
Yeah,
it just, I don't know.
let me tell you something. He came over to Chelsea after Barcelona. He won a Premier League title for Arsenal and for Chelsea. He did it twice. He did it once to make up. He did another time to get even. Yo, shout out to Cesc. Cesc is a real one. That's crazy though.
He's even still an Arsenal fan. He admits it. He's like, oh, I'm not
Yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah. I mean,
So I like it.
yeah. Okay, all right. Moving on. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this, but I've been, just full disclosure for the people at home, the wisdom teeth came out. I've been drugged up all week and I've been on Instagram or goal.com. But I saw, this was definitely on Instagram. I saw on Paul Pogba, which, speaking of, well, we won't even talk about Paul Pogba. I was on Paul Pogba's Instagram and I see him post like a really blurry screenshot from a FaceTime that said like, I always knew you would be safe, or something celebrating someone's innocence. And I was like, that looks like Benjamin Mendy. Apparently this
Ah,
week he was found not guilty in his rape case. Did you see that? I
yeah, I
shouldn't
did.
ask you if you see it, but okay. Well, I didn't read it. I just saw it, and I was like, I'm not. It wasn't clear to me, and I've done zero research. Like, was he found not guilty because he didn't do it, or is it like a Mason Greenwood situation where it's like you're found not guilty because like the accuser is no longer cooperating with the investigation. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like, I felt like it felt weird. Like, is he innocent because he didn't do it, or is he innocent because like they can't prove that he did it? You know what I'm saying? I don't
I
know.
mean, from my understanding, he's innocent.
Okay,
He's
so he
innocent because
didn't do it.
he was proven innocent. Um, Obviously, you know, thoughts go out to everybody involved in that case. But from what I understand, it was like yeah, he was proven innocent. But I didn't look too much into it because I kind of had a sour taste in my mouth 2 years ago when it happened, like 3 years ago, whatever. Like it was pretty. I don't know. We've talked about this before. It's like kind of depressing when these things come out about footballers that you watch every week and potentially buy a jersey for and go pay money to see. But from what I know, the all the evidence was in his favor.
But
So
bro,
it's
like that's just crazy. Cause like, well, let me just speak honestly. Like
okay.
I've been a Benjamin Mendy fan since Monaco days. Like just
Yeah.
so we're clear. When I heard the news, I was like that's crazy, but like I can also like it's not unbelievable. Like I could believe that someone as unhinged as him could do something that horrible. Like it's not like some people. It's like oh, like they would never. It's like I was like yeah, like, maybe he could have. Like I'm not like I wouldn't defend it. But now I'm like okay, but now he's innocent. So like did he get lied on, or was there regret? Or what? Like I hate when it's just like I want details. Like you can't just say like not
Yeah.
guilty, like not guilty because the evidence. But you're saying it sounds like the evidence. But it's like okay,
But
fine.
I don't know because the UK is weird with this stuff. Like when all the stuff came out last year about the footballer who was again being accused and taken into custody because of charges of rape as well. But they won't give names because I mean, which is good, obviously, because they really do, I guess, believe everyone's innocent until proven guilty or whatever. But they wouldn't give names because it's all hearsay at this point. So I just think that they're very specific about what they do and don't give. And then in America, like everybody's making a not a def a documentary out of it. It's going up on Netflix. There's millions of cameras in there. Everybody's live tweeting it. So I just think it's a little bit different in Europe, or at least in the UK and Europe, than it is in the States. So I don't know. I don't. Maybe we should revisit that because I don't know. I don't want to be the one that's like you know guessing. This is serious stuff, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like,
yeah, it's fine. We can look into it. I just thought, I mean, I don't want to celebrate someone being innocent if it was like on a technicality or like
yeah,
a
yeah,
time
exactly.
barred thing where it's like, oh yeah, like they didn't come forward soon enough. But like, I really hope that he is innocent. That would be
So the yeah, like when that lady read his statement, it everything that came out sounded like it was like over. I mean, obviously they're gonna say this, but it sounded like it was overwhelming evidence that proved he was innocent,
like I
that showed his
was in the
innocence.
hot tub with 5 people all night, and there's a camera with me on camera all night.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine. We don't have to. We can move on from it. I was just curious. I mean, it seemed
Yeah,
like an
I don't know.
interesting
I want to
topic.
be. I just want to respect both sides because obviously, it is a real thing that that people who are innocent get accused, and it's a real thing that people
Yeah.
who are guilty get proven innocent. And
Yeah.
this is a very
Well,
yeah.
yeah. It's
So
like one of the those things where it's like you can. It's hard to ever know if you really. I mean, unless like I'd like to know what the evidence was. Cause like I just read a little excerpt, like all the jurors were like he's like it only took him 3 hours to deliberate, so that's pretty stinking fast. So it must have been
yeah.
pretty overwhelming evidence or a unwillingness to cooperate. But I feel like if there was an unwillingness to cooperate, they would say that. But who knows? But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to
But
condemn anybody. I don't. We don't know. We don't know. We're just talking about it. It was just news. Just news. Just talking about the news. And and then
yeah.
speculating. This was what the point I was getting at was like, okay, but like legally speaking, he is now innocent. He's a free man to restart his life. His contract with Manchester City expired 16 days ago. Does he go on? Does another team pick him up, or is his career over?
Ooh, I think he goes on.
You think so? Do you think he
I
would have
think so
been
because he's pretty young
training
still, right? Or no?
Ben Mendy? I bet he's probably 28 at this point. Yo, wow,
I
he's
think that
28.
he's still
He's 28. Yeah.
training. Like
Okay.
you and I train, and we're nowhere near obviously the level of. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think he kept himself in shape. I mean, um, Honestly, at this point, it's been so long. I don't remember his game. I don't remember. He was a right back, left back. Some.
Right back. He was good.
I mean, hey, City could use him if they let go of Kyle Walker this season.
I was gonna say
Maybe
all.
re-sign him.
I was gonna say yeah, all the players. He's left back actually. It's been a while.
Left back. Okay.
But yeah, all the players. Like yeah,
Hey, yeah, back.
I saw City was like lit, and it's like they already let Gundogan go. I see
City's something
Bernardo
else.
Silva.
Arsenal might actually
Laporte.
win because City's like never. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I saw like yeah. I hope like it would be great if they. Well, let's just get straight into that then. Okay, so yeah, moving on from accusations and innocent pleas and whatever. Preseason's upon us. Arsenal's made probably the three biggest signings in the Premier League. All three of the biggest signings. Well, I mean, I guess it could be debated, but at least two of the biggest signings, right? I mean, Declan Rice has to be number one.
Yeah, yeah.
He's such a hater.
No, hey, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, but I was just saying it's a bit early, but I think that the Declan Rice one will go down as being the best or the biggest, obviously, transfer of the season. I don't think that anything's going to top that. It's a British player from a British club going to a British club who are contenders
in the same
back
city.
in the Champions League.
In the same
city. Yeah,
London
crazy.
to London. East to north.
But to be fair, not a lot of other teams have done a ton of. It doesn't seem like a ton of teams have done a ton of business yet, and I don't really know. City's going to do something. Like you just said, they got of like six of their players of their squad. Obviously, Chelsea hasn't really done much right now, have they? West Ham is, they're going to spend that 100 million, so I think there's some big things to come. But yeah, definitely, no question, Declan Rice coming to North London is the biggest news in the transfer window. It took forever, and I think it's been well documented by you a number of times that I'm not the biggest Declan Rice fan for 100 million.
Yeah.
But I like him as a human. I think he's a good person. I like he's a good player, but I was just like, 100 million is crazy. Plus, I never thought Arsenal would cough that up.
That's a bargain. Let me tell you this. They got him at a bargain. Arsenal is moving. They're schmoving right now. They got this Timber. Is it Timber? Is that his name? The Ajax defender?
Yeah.
Or is it Jurian? Jurian, what's his name? Or Yuri?
Everyone in the UK obviously mispronounces him, but I hear it's Jurian Timber.
Jurian.
I don't know how it's pronounced in Dutch. I'll ask my friend tomorrow, and I'll revisit this in the next week.
Okay. Kai Havertz.
If he was in Argentina, he'd be Julian. Kai Havertz, yeah.
Yeah, you guys, and then I feel like maybe people don't forget the season just ended a day ago. You guys picked up Jorginho and Trossard as well. And Gabriel Jesus was injured for basically the latter part of the season. He's fit.
And William Saliba.
Was injured. So let me ask you this, and then we'll move on to some more transfer stuff. But who starts the back line for Arsenal?
I want to see Timber at right back. I want to see then a back pairing of Saliba and Ben White. You cannot rely on Gabriel. He's too prone to these silly mistakes. He's good, but he needs to just get these mistakes out of him. Like William Saliba's first year in the league, and he didn't make that many mistakes as Gabriel continues to make each year. And then Zinchenko on the left.
Okay, fair enough. Short, sweet.
Yeah, I don't think Ben White should be out of the starting lineup because they picked up Timber as the right back. I think that probably Timber's a better right back because that's his natural position. I think that Ben White did great last year. But I think that he's better probably as maybe an inside, I don't know, paired next to someone, center back. Yeah.
Okay. All right, move it.
But also I want to say, sorry, real quick, that Kai Havertz, I believe in him to come good for Arsenal. He was getting a lot of hate at Chelsea, and I think that it was undeserved. So I think that. Oh, and then. On the top, I'm a hater right now. I do not want to see Gabriel Jesus starting all these games. I want to see a goal scorer, and I want Florian Balogun to
Dang,
be
he
up there
switched up.
knocking in 20. We needed someone who could score goals. Gabriel Jesus, I mean, there's a reason that Pep stopped starting him, and he's great at other things, and I get that. But we need someone to score these goals.
Wasn't he scoring goals for you guys last season?
Not enough for the
Dang.
out and out. The number 9?
Wasn't he injured most of the season? Dang, these Arsenal fans are treacherous. Listen, I'm
11 goals, assists in 26 matches. I mean,
that ain't bad.
Balogun, put him in, give him a good go. He did it I know it was France. And they just got knocked off from like even the top 5 leagues in Europe or 6 or something. But
Yeah,
I want to
top
see
5.
this kid get his chance.
Give him his chance then. I mean, I can't say anything bad about that. He deserves a chance. I mean, listen, this is all I'll say. I mean, I guess it remains to be seen, so I'm not going to say anything. It doesn't matter what I say. So I'll just say you guys should keep Balogun. I heard you're trying to sell him.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying is like
Yeah.
whether I think he should start over Gabriel Jesus or not, I'm not going to say because it doesn't matter. Because your team, because he won't. Yeah, because he won't. Which the team, if Mikel's made that clear, he doesn't want him at the club. So that's the part that kind of I don't necessarily get. I'm like, this guy is basically free. Like, I get it. You just spent £100 million on an Irishman. But, I mean, like, the clubs, I get it. Like, it's just weird that clubs, when they sell the homegrown players, they make, it's like free money. It's free money.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no to free money.
Yeah.
As a
I know,
business.
but, like, it's like, look at Chelsea, they do well with it, but also, like, you sold Declan, like, this is people that you could have had. I don't know. I don't know. I get that they want 50 million for him, and if they get 50 million offer for him, who's never done it in the Premier League, he's only done it in the French league, then you take that. But I just feel like he's going to be a very good goal scorer, and Jesus is great, but I don't think he's a goal scorer. He's never been. So, but he does other things off the ball that are great. But anyway, we can move on.
Okay, and I just feel like this is the obligatory. We just got to talk briefly about the big 2 transfers that may or may not happen. So first, we'll start with Mbappe, and then we can move to Harry Kane. So I feel like this is drama that happens every year, every week, every day. There's at least 7 articles written about both of these individuals. So first, Mbappe, I mean, we're not going to sum up the situation. If you're watching this podcast, you're well aware what his circumstances are in Paris. What's going to happen? From what I understand, they want resolution before they go on their preseason tour. And I believe the preseason tour is happening in a week from now. So where is Mbappe going to be in a week?
It's just hard to imagine him Madrid paying over 250 million for 2 players in one transfer window. But I just don't.
Because it's Madrid? Because it's Madrid and you don't think they have the money?
I just think that's an insane amount of money for 2 players for anyone to pay.
Yeah.
But they have the money. Obviously, they have the money.
Oh, then they're going to do it. Then I don't know if they have the money. If they have the money, they're going to do it.
Or City. City has the money, but they don't need him. Although I would love to see him on the left and Haaland on the middle, because that's exactly what Mbappe wants.
I was going to say, yes, City would be a move for him. City would be a move.
I just think they need to sell him. Like, just get rid of him. This is a drama that we go through every 6 months. Every time the transfer window opens, something comes out. And you're either going to let him go for free or you got to sell him. So they're going to sell him. And I mean, I kind of don't want him to go to Madrid at this point. It's just been too stupid. It's like a middle school relationship. It's like, dude, get with each other or
no.
just like stop flirting because it's annoying everyone around us. Go to Barcelona.
But here's the thing though. Mbappe doesn't have to leave. Like Madrid can sell him, or PSG could sell him, but he could be like, I'm not agreeing on personal terms.
Yeah.
Like he could go to and be like, yo, I want like 80 million a season. And they're like, oh nope, and be like,
Yeah.
well, how about next year when I'm a free agent? Like, oh yeah, sure,
Yeah.
that would work. Yeah, we're not giving
know.
150 or 200 million to PSG. Yeah, we'll give you 80 million a season then. It's just I feel like it's such
Yeah.
a bad position for PSG to be in, and I feel like they're trying
It
to
is.
make it like sound like they have options and they have like a decision to make, and it's like you really don't have options or any like he holds all the cards. Like you can like
They don't. Yeah.
all
it's
you
in
can
him.
all they can say to him is like, we'll bench you for a season, and that would be a lawsuit also. That would be a huge lawsuit because you
Really?
Oh yeah, like there was like in the Premier League, like there's been instances where like players have been like senior players have been like sent to train with like the under-20s, and it was like for like an unreasonable amount of time, and they sued the club. They were like, you're not giving me an opportunity to do my job. Like I was injured or I had a disciplinary issue, so sure, for a month I went away, but like you can't just have me out here with the under-20s, you know,
Okay.
for no reason, you know. But you know, maybe something could be different if it was like your last year on the contract. Because I know, for example, there have been Chelsea players that have 1 year left on their contract and were like re-sign and they say no and they're like, fine, you're not playing, but they also never played, and
Yeah.
you know, and they had an option to go out on loan and they declined that option to go out on loan. So it's like they could send him on loan. That's something they could do. They could get a loan fee out of it. That's an option they could
Yeah.
do. They could send him on loan to Madrid.
Ooh, I never even thought of that. That's how they got him in the first place. Was
Yeah.
loan him from Monaco.
Yeah, there's that's the only play. They could do a loan play if they want to get something out of it. But like, I mean, if I'm Madrid and they're like, okay, give us 100 million euros flat, there you go. Like that would be a good deal. That would like I feel like that would be a fair price. Well, actually, that would be a budget price. But it's only a budget price because this player has come out and actively said, I'm not going to sign an extension. It's not like where
It's
like
on
the
his
guys
last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because other players, it's like they're on their last season. Like Harry, oh, look, this is the perfect segue. Harry Kane, he's on his last season. He has not said, I will not be extending my contract. He might extend his contract. He probably will
Yes.
extend his contract.
Yeah. So from what I hear, they are working on something, but it's like it's not even like player stuff. It's like when you finish at the club, you will be like a direct like football director or a chairman or something like high level if you stay here.
Who is this?
Harry Kane.
Oh, he's an idiot. Well,
So
what?
it's like
You're gonna be that anyway.
That's how they're. Yeah, right. Like you would be able to get that anyway. You're the best player that club has ever seen, and if you don't want it at that club, any other club would give you that role too. Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you're the England captain. You don't have to make
Yeah.
deals with Spurs. Like that,
yeah, I hope he leaves. I want him to go to Bayern Munich. So I'm saying, just to get it out there, he's going to Bayern Munich this season.
okay, let's hope that happens. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the truth. I'll get the Harry Kane jersey if he goes to Bayern Munich. I won't even lie to you. I'll be the first one to get it.
But is he going to stay here? Or stay there? Is he going? Or is he leaving? You think this season? This season?
Spurs?
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Where will he be starting in August?
I couldn't tell you one way or the other.
Really? No
Like
guess?
if I was putting
Okay.
money, making a bet on where I think realistically he'll be, I think he'll be at Spurs. If I'm betting money.
Okay.
I don't want him to be, but realistically I think he will be.
Yeah, he's gonna be a one-man club, but I want him to get out of there, so I'm gonna say he's going to Bayern this season. Something's gonna work out, and he's gonna leave, and it's gonna be great. And Daniel Levy's asking way too much of him. If we see Kylian Mbappe go for 150 this transfer window, there's no way that Harry Kane is worth 100 million. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
Sorry.
and I mean a part of me that would be great. Like if PSG and Madrid could figure something out, that would like put a flag in the like okay, like we got a 25-year-old English midfielder or two young English midfielders going for over 100. That's one thing. We have a 30-year-old striker going for, you know, or I guess Kylian Mbappe. We have a French striker, the best, or not striker, winger, whatever, going whatever he goes for. Like you can't go for more than him. Like he's younger
Yeah.
than you, he's better than you. He's won a
Yeah.
World Cup. He's won a title. He's won a title every year of
Yeah.
his life since he's been a
Yeah.
pro.
He's gonna win another World Cup. He's gonna win more titles.
Yeah. But I guess I lost track of what I was
Yeah.
saying. But
Yeah.
well, I was just saying for Spurs, it would make sense. Like if like this is, I just don't understand why they wouldn't just say like, just give us 100 million euros. We can go out and buy Balogun, and he can replace it. And you're probably still, like, I feel like with Spurs, like, it doesn't matter how many goals Harry Kane scores for you. Like, the net result is the same. Like, the result,
that's a
like,
good
the
way to
end
look at
result is the same. So it's like Harry
Oh my
Kane
gosh.
isn't single-handedly qualifying you for the Champions League. Like, your or top 6. Like, your squad, like, without being funny, your squad's good enough to get there with a decent striker. You know, the fact that Harry Kane's scoring, you know, his goals, like, if we were to look at a scatter chart, like, most of his goals aren't goals that are deciding games. Like, like I'm saying, like, for example, if he scored one goal, that decided it because they won 0-1. And if that game he goes on to score a hat trick, those other 2 goals, like, yeah, that's great. But those goals didn't contribute to your success. You succeeded, and those were extra. And that I feel like that's the thing where people are like, oh yeah, like, who's gonna replace his 36 or his 30 goals? And it's like, well, if you look at it, like, the goals that he scored, you only really need someone to cover 12 of them. The other 18 were excess and didn't mean anything. Or does that sound crazy to say? Like, when you're just like thinking,
I mean,
about
it makes
games,
sense.
Yeah, just winning
But I
games.
just don't know where those 12 will come from.
Well, Balogun
because Son
could
had
do
like
it.
6 this season or 7. Oh, you're saying if you pick yes,
That's what I'm saying. If you sell him for 100,
yeah, that's a good point.
I'm saying if you sell him for 100,
Yeah.
that 100 grand should be able to find. You should be able to find those meaningful goals in that 100. Like, whether it's Balogun and you buy another attacking player, like, between the transfers you bring in for that money, if I might do that one day, just see how many goals actually resulted in points for Spurs.
Okay, that's an interesting one because I think that's a really good point. Like, they are not they're just kind of holding steady. They're not doing this with him.
Yeah.
They're not doing this without him. They're just, they could sell him, make some money off of it, and then, like you said, get Balogun or get someone who's worth 50 or 60, 70 that could score some goals. Everybody's happy. You stay in Champions League barely.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I just, like, it's like you're not going to be worse off or that much worse off without him. You're definitely, and there's a chance you could even be better without him.
Like, I mean, if you know how to spend that money, right? Invest that money properly.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, but, like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, some squad investment, you could potentially have a better team. I mean, it rarely happens. Some people know how to make, like, Leicester made it work somewhat. I guess they never won another title.
Because what's the point of keeping him till he's 32 and 3 and not worth what you could sell him for anymore? You just want to say he stayed here forever? Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Is it a bragging right?
Yeah, well, dude, and that's the thing. I feel like this is the part, and, like, I mean, I'm American talking about basketball. This is the thing where I feel like the NBA and, like, their GMs understand this so much better in terms of, like, putting together a team. Like, they do it all the time. Like, they'll have, like, a great player, and they're like, okay, it's not working. Like, half season, like, I know he's the best player on our team, but it's just not working. It's not working. Like, he's scoring 30 points a night, but we are not winning. We need to get rid of him and restructure this team to be a team. And I'm not saying Spurs aren't a team, but I'm saying they have a great opportunity to restructure instead of, like you said, keep him there until he's 32, and then what? He walks away, and you are now have a Harry Kane-sized hole in your team that could have been 100 million 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
That's insane.
Yeah,
like, this is a business. This is a business you're running.
Yeah,
you know, like, run it. Like, what do you think Harry? Like, it's like, what do you think Harry Kane is really worth? I mean, I'm not saying I don't think, like, is Harry Kane worth 100 million? Is he worth 150? He could be. But I mean, he's only worth as much as what someone's willing to pay. And right now, you got to look at the situation. Like, whatever someone's willing to pay before the transfer window closes is what you should take, because something is better than nothing. because whatever they
Yeah.
give you, because I think Bayern offered, the latest Bayern offered might have been like around 80, which,
Yeah.
sure, you can be insulted, but 80 million is better than 0 in a year. Because I guarantee you're not going to win
Exactly. And
anything this
yeah,
year. You're probably not going to qualify. You're
no, I'm
probably not
with
even
you.
going to qualify. Like Arsenal got better. Manchester City didn't get better, but they're good. They won the title.
Yeah.
Man,
And they'll
man,
probably get better, to be
and they'll
honest.
probably still get better. Yes, Man U
Or at least stay the same.
stay the same. Man U is getting better, despite what
Yeah.
people might say. They're getting better. Chelsea is
Yeah.
getting. We're not gonna finish 12th again. We're gonna finish top 4.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Like we are spending. We are going to get
Oh
better.
shoot, he says top 4 coming for Chelsea
top
this
top
season.
top 4.
Already.
Arsenal, they're not gonna finish like 7th or whatever they finish. They
No.
they got McAllister. Shout out to your boy McAllister. They got. I feel like they signed someone else too, but it doesn't matter. The point is, these teams aren't gonna fold, and Tottenham is the point I'm making. So you may as well. I'm just like I'm gonna laugh so hard when Tottenham finishes like 7th, and Harry
Yeah.
Kane is like, yeah, I'm going to Munich. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna stick around and help him get back to the Champions League? Harry? He's like, no, I'm going to Munich. Like, why would I?
Yeah.
Such a bad decision.
Yeah. I get you gotta like admire the guy for trying to stay with this team or whatever that I don't even know if he loves. He grew up in Arsenal when he was young, but at the same time you gotta be like, bro, get out of there. Like you're doing this to yourself. Like you could have won trophies by now. You could have won trophies. Instead, you're at Tottenham.
You could have literally went to any other club in London, and you would have won a trophy by now.
Yeah.
Well, not Brentford, but they just barely came in. But I mean, I feel like has Crystal Palace won something in the last 10 years?
No, but I think they got close to one of those cups. I don't know. No. Because they got promoted in like 2012 or something, 13 again.
12 sounds right. I'm just gonna look really quickly. Well, that's not them. When was the last time they won honors, and achievements? Dang, it's been a minute. Yeah, well, but they're not even considered.
Was Ian right there when they won something?
I don't even know.
Let me see. Probably not. No.
Yeah. So anyway,
Dang. Okay.
yep. Anyway, so we'll see. I guess we'll just see. We'll see what happens. I just felt obligated to talk about this because it's what people talk about. It's the hot topics. Talk about them all summer, and typically in both of these people's cases, nothing changes. Realistically, Mbappe's probably going to sign an extension, and Kane's going to sign an extension, and they're both going to stay. Honestly, but there is a chance that Paris could boss up, though. If we're being honest, there is. Like, if Paris wanted to, Paris could boss up. I just
They
don't
need
know. Like, if they ever
They need
decide to get serious, they could do it. They have
Yeah.
the resources. They could.
Even
but-
if this dude does, if you do make him sign a contract, just say, okay, sign this contract, and in this contract, we'll sell you at the end of this season to Madrid. Just don't leave us for free.
Yeah.
Sign this extension, and in this contract, we are contractually obligated to sell you.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just not going to lose you for free.
Yeah, I thought about that
anyway.
too. That would make sense. I mean, there's nothing to get him to do that, but I guess the only thing Madrid could say is like, or not Madrid, PSG could say is like, you said, you want to stay here one more year. Like, that's what you said. You said you want to play here one more season and then leave. So like, just sign the contract like you said and then leave. But we'll put a release clause in there so you can leave, and we'll make sure we'll get Madrid to agree to that release clause price today. Like we can all agree on this, and then we can just stay, or we can sell you to PSG, or we can sell you to Madrid today, and they can just loan you back to us for one more season. That could also work, and then we could agree to a price that's more, on board with something they would want. You know, like I feel like they're like only because like he shouldn't have said I want to play for PSG for one more season. He just could have said like I intend on honoring my current contract and left it at that. And that way, like the contract says play for PSG for one more season, and they couldn't say like, oh yeah, like let's try to do something else. Then he wouldn't be on the hook to stay another season because it's like if we don't want to honor your contract anymore, okay, that's fine. Well, you don't want to, then that's on you. But anyway, I don't have anything else to say. I feel like I'm blabbering.
No. Was that all of the topics? By the way, real quick, I just gotta shout out your jersey because that was one of my favorites. I think of last season when I did my list. I think that was on there.
Was it really? The
Yeah, that
Mango
color. I love that
Madrid?
color. Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I
Yeah.
wore this jersey, well, I like it too. I like it, but the Chelsea I'm pretty sure this is the template that the Chelsea home jersey is going to use next season. And it's just going to be like this, but just white with like black, I think it's black and white, or it's blue with black and white sleeves, I think. I can't remember. But it's just like, and there's no sponsor. So I was just like, let me just see what this feels like. Feels good. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
But
The template's
yeah.
nice. That's not the same template Chelsea used this season?
Um, the season's a blur, bro. I don't even remember what their shirt looked like. No, this season they had the one button. They had the Henley. They had the Henley for their
Okay.
home. But this coming season it's the big like this big block neck. I think, and then yeah, with the block in the
Okay.
back, and I think this one's white, but this one's blue.
Okay.
And then yeah, and
Okay.
then it has like the blue or the black and gold, black, white, and gold trim on the sleeves, and I think like this part is white. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same. This is the template. It's a good template. Anyway,
Yeah, it's nice. Um, okay, I have a question for you before we wrap up because today's a very special day. You know what's going on tonight, right? In the United States of America.
Copa America
In the United
or
States.
Gold Cup.
N- No, it's on Apple TV. If you hit the home button on Apple TV, it's actually up there, front and center. Everybody's trying to make the most of it. Um, Lionel Messi is unveiling, I guess. Bienvenido Messi, primetime event. The goat
Oh,
arrived. Like literally, if you click on the Apple TV app, it's like all it's showing. You click, there's like a tab. You hit MLS or whatever. Like yeah, it's there.
where
So
are
he's
they?
unveiling.
Where are they unveiling him?
I don't know. Somewhere in Miami, I would imagine, but I don't know. It's like a whole thing. They're making the most out of it, which I can, yeah,
Well, that's weird,
good
dude.
for
Because I
them.
watched I watched Inter Miami play last night, and they got crushed 3-0. So they wait till the next day to show off Messi.
Dude,
Well,
Inter Miami is so bad. It's so
yeah,
bad.
they're so bad,
Oh my
dude.
gosh.
They're so
I'm
bad.
very excited. So my question is, are you going to watch the event that starts, I believe, at 8 p.m. your time? I think it starts for me at like 4 a.m., no, 2:30 a.m., which so I'm not going to watch it. But
Oh, I
and
can
then
assure you, I
what
will not
what
be watching that.
no, okay. Do you think he's
I
going to
can.
have a good impact on MLS and Inter Miami or not?
I hope he does.
Either. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't. An unveiling, like, no, I'm not gonna watch that. Like, what is he gonna give a toast? Like, what is this? No, no, no. Like they should have done an unveiling yesterday before their game. That's what they should have did.
Yeah.
Like, will I watch Messi when he plays? Of course. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah.
watching. I
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
watching very intently. But no, I'm not watching. I don't know that I've ever watched a player unveiling. You know. Plus, like, there's nothing. I mean, maybe I'll put it on if I'm up, but no, I doubt it.
This dude's gonna send me a screenshot or send me a video, a pic of
Yeah,
it in the
yeah.
morning and wake up to
Yeah.
you
Who knows?
watching
It's at
it.
8. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the Gold Cup will be over by then too. I guess it'll be over by
Yeah.
7:30. It's at 8. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that was happening. But yeah, I'll send. Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, but you're not gonna stay up for it. I just don't know what an unveiling. That's when they just come out and like
I'm just
keep up the
interested. Like
ball keep
Beckham's gonna be,
ups.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, what's
back.
Beckham gonna say? Is he gonna get out there and say some stuff like "I've told you so"? I
Yeah,
promise you
like
big
I
names.
promised
Here
you,
it
I'd bring
is.
you big names. I brought you the biggest name, and then
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I would just much rather see this at like the first game, like hype them up, bring them out like NBA style, bring them out the tunnel, show them off before the game, get everybody hyped up, and then like maybe he like gets a brace and two assist, like just lights it up. Like I
Yeah.
mean, I guess Messi's different, but like Zlatan didn't have a unveiling. He was a big sign. He was a big deal. And I'm not saying he's a bigger deal. I'm just saying that's your boy. I'm just putting your boy next to your boy. I'm just saying he gave the LAFC and actually, I guess I guess he went on like Jimmy Kimmel tonight. That's what he did.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah, I
like to
saw
see
like
that.
every one of those. I bought the newspaper the same day that he bought the newspaper, or I was going home or back to New York
Okay.
that day. So I'm like, let me get a Times. Got it, and I don't even know what I did with it, but yeah.
Yeah. He should just go on like a TV show and do something crazy. I just don't like. Is it gonna be at the stadium? Like people are just gonna like. It can't be more than a 30-minute ordeal.
No, but like they're gonna like this is Apple. Apple is a part of this now, so like that they're gonna have the guys in the studio. They're gonna be talking even more about him. They're gonna
Oh
talk
yeah.
about what he's gonna bring to the MLS. What he's gonna. Oh, by the
Oh
way, you know how everybody was like, "Oh, the MLS's teams are like all paying for him." You know, Adidas is paying for this. At
oh,
least
they're
some of
all paying
this,
for it. Adidas is paying
right?
a
Yeah.
portion. Apple's paying a portion. Major League Soccer is
Okay.
playing a portion. U.S. Soccer is paying a portion, dude. The state of Florida is paying a portion. Everyone's chipping in. Spectrum, Comcast, Time Warner, everyone's paying a part. You know? But I mean, and I
The
get that. Like,
president.
I'm sure it will be like a worthwhile experience what they're doing, but it's like it doesn't add. It's no value from like I just don't care about stuff like I don't care about pre-game shows. I don't care about unveilings. I
Yeah.
don't care
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
like in between like when you watch like a big sporting event and like halftime they have like the program where like they're talking to like some of the players. Like I don't care about I want the action and I want the behind the scenes. Now if you can give me like the behind the scenes of how you signed Messi, that's something
Yeah. What are
that's
these
something I
phone
could get
calls
on
like?
board. Like Messi's journey to join MLS, it's like a documentary. You got my undivided attention. We're gonna bring him out and just talk about how great a player he's been for the last 15 seasons. I was there
Yeah,
for
you've
the
been
whole
front seat
thing.
to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I've been there for the show. Like I was there for the ride. I was there the whole. We've been there for that. We know it. We saw it firsthand in person. I don't need David Beckham to tell me how good Messi is. I got a jersey. Anyway,
That's
all right,
funny.
bro. My mouth. I gotta be honest with you. My mouth. I gotta go.
All
My
right, let's wrap this up.
ish is getting weird, and yeah, I wanna stop talking.
All
That
right.
sounds weird to say on
Yeah,
camera.
let's wrap it up.
Okay, guys, we're done. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hopefully next week will be a little bit of a more coherent, podcast. But nonetheless, thank you, Brooks. Anything to say before we go?
No. Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.